Research now shows us that children who are dual language learners learn best when they're provided with rich, meaningful, and enhanced opportunities to engage in conversations and actively participate during focused activities. Dialogic reading provides an ideal context for this. Through dialogic reading, activities have been intentionally planned for and incorporate opportunities to learn new vocabulary, explore new concepts, make connections with their own lives and other learnings in the curriculum. Also, small groups are ideal because they provide access to the curriculum by maximizing children's participation. We also know that focusing on the development of content knowledge is not enough and that we should always be thinking about the unique language skills needed to fully participate in the activity. For example, in a dialogic reading activity, children who are dual language learners would benefit from learning about the vocabulary and specific language needed to fully access the curriculum goals for their lesson. When planning for lessons, it is also imperative for teachers to think about the development of social emotional skills and to explicitly address the development of such skills throughout the curriculum. So what can teachers do? Monolingual teachers can easily adapt instructional strategies to support all learners in their classrooms. This applies to all classroom contexts, those where the language of instruction is English or the home language. And also, it applies also in classrooms where one child speaks, where all children speak the same language, or where there are multiple languages in the same classroom. Monolingual English-speaking teachers can support children who are dual language learners and their home language throughout the day. Teachers can use their home language to build connections to English. It's about encouraging the use of the home language and not just supporting or acknowledging their home language. So we're going to look at some examples of what these strategies look like in the classroom. For example, using photographs instead of just pictures of things and incorporating them throughout the day, and not just in literacy activities, but if we're talking about math, if we're talking about science, if we're talking about social studies. Incorporating opportunities also for children to think about what they already know about a concept or a topic, and encouraging them to use their home language is key. Tapping into their prior knowledge and using their home language is an excellent strategy for the child to be able to explore what he or she knows without being limited by what the child can explain or share in English. Also, encouraging small and peer interactions, providing opportunities to be actively participating throughout the day and not having to wait turns when working, for example, in whole groups. Also, providing environments that promote access to literature in their home language, asking families to provide stories in languages that might not be readily available for teachers is a great strategy as well. It's important to bring real objects so that children have opportunities to actively engage in understanding a concept and not using abstract words and pictures. So bringing in realia for children to do hands-on activities also promotes concept development and language development. Teachers can also learn keywords and phrases when they don't speak the languages that the children speak at home. And this can be for Spanish or for any other language. Teachers can talk with families, and through that collaboration, bring in some of those key phrases and those key vocabulary into their teaching. These are a few key evidence-based strategies and practices that we will continue to work on and incorporate into the lesson planning process in the next section.